What's up everybody, it's me Troy and I'm back again with another video. I know this angle is kind of odd, but I was trying to do something new and I don't know, like we ain't gonna even worry about that right now. This is my October wrap up. It's kind of late, I know. I actually filmed this video before and then I don't know, I think I just didn't even worry about it, so I was gonna do it all over again. I want to do something like the good, the bad, and the ugly because I read some really good books and I read some, some bad books. It's one book I'm finna tell you guys about. Just if you ever see this damn book in the bookstore, just zone out and don't even worry about ever picking it up. So I'm gonna try to make this quick as I can. So we should go ahead and get started with the good books first. And I'm so excited to say that my favorite books of this month were two books that were featured in Martha Grimes' Emma Graham mystery series, and I just said that like it was a promotional skit. That first book was Cold Flat Junction. This is book number 2 in Emma Graham's mystery series. As I told you guys before in a previous video, Hotel Paradise is book 1. Hotel Paradise is about a 12-year-old girl named Emma Graham who goes around trying to solve a 40-year-old murder mystery that took place near her resort. And that includes her going to different towns within the proximity of that resort hotel. She's mainly speaking to a lot of different adults and individuals. She's sneaking in houses, sneaking in woods, lying to people. She's just trying to bring this mystery together so that she can, well, there really is no point in her bringing the mystery together other than that she's just an inquisitive child. And like I said in that other video, I really super identified with Emma Graham. Well, she's precocious, she lies, she curses sometimes. I gotta say that she is just like me when I was 12, or more, I was more like her when I was 12, because I think this series actually takes place in the 1960s. And don't sleep on that, by the way. But anyway, what happens in Cold Flat Junction is that most of the events that took place in Hotel Paradise gets resolved here, thankfully, because this is an open, expansive, non-traditionally told mystery. The whole series is the mystery. And so then I read book 3, which is Belle Ruined. This is book 3 in Emma Graham mystery series. I just said all that, child. We ain't gonna worry about that. While there's 4 books in the series, it takes place in this one single summer. And between each book is like a week or 2 of progression, you know, time-wise as it concerns this series, not real time, of course. So what happens in Belle Ruined is that Emma discovers a hotel. You know, let me tell you, she nosy as hell. So someone gave her some information about this hotel. So by herself, she went out into the woods to find this hotel, only to find that it was partially burnt down. And then further investigating, she realizes that there's a story attached to this hotel in which a 1-month-old was kidnapped 20 years ago from the property. And so that just speeds up her imagination. And then next thing you know, she's trying to figure out exactly what happened to this 1-month-old. And the thing about that is that it ties into the 40-year-old murder that jumped off the series. So I mean, like, it's just layers deep. What I will say about this book though, it was a little kind of slow for me, but as always, I just find myself cracking up laughing when I read this series. It's that hilarious to me. And like I said before, I love Emma Graham. So if you're okay with not reading traditional mysteries where, you know, there's the plots, there's the murder, there's the sleuth, and something that's more expansive, then I suggest this series wholeheartedly. Is very well written. But the thing I need to point out about that is that the driving force of this series is Emma Graham. So if you're not in the mood to be in the mind frame of a 12-year-old girl who, like I said before, lies to people, gets smart with adults, she's not mean and did so much disrespectful, she's just really sly with it. But if you're in the mindset for something like that, then I do suggest this series. But if you're not, then don't even worry about it, because it is an expansive mystery and it is rather slow, but I absolutely love it. So on to more of the good. I managed to get this omnibus collection of Elizabeth Peters' Jacqueline Kirby mystery series. Jacqueline Kirby is Elizabeth Peters' other amateur sleuth, not so much like Amelia Peabody. This book contains the first 3 books in the series. There's only 4 books. Jacqueline Kirby is a librarian. She chain smokes, she gets smart with people, she throws good shade, and she solves mysteries. And that as a winning combination for me. I just read the first book, which is The Seventh Sinner. The Seventh Sinner is about a group of fellowship students. There's 7 of them. They're studying in Rome. One of the students ends up getting murdered, and Jacqueline Kirby ends up coming into the fold of that group and solving the murder, of course. The only problem I really have with this book is that it was so filled with historic and religious kind of information that it kind of boggled me a little bit during reading. I was like, you know what, y'all just need to let's stop with the Wikipedia here, okay? So let's move on and get into the murder aspect. But other than that, I absolutely love this series. It is great to read about Jacqueline Kirby because, you know, I love me a chick who know how to get smart with people and solve murders. So she was. And one more good is Hex Marks the Spot by Madelyn Alt. You know, at first I was gonna say bad, but I will say this is good. This is a cozy mystery series revolving around a witch. To me, she ain't a witch though. They say she a witch, but she ain't a witch to me because she ain't did nothing witchy to me. Let's point this out. I love mysteries, as we all know, and you guys do too. Most of the people who view my channel anyway. Listen, if you're gonna write a mystery, you have to have at least 3 suspects within the narrative for the reader to kind of, you know, think about, you know. So what happened was in Madelyn Alt books that she did not give me, to me, she didn't give me enough suspects, like, because you could follow along what her plot was like right away. The reason I say 3 suspects is because I think a mystery series works best when you have 3 different individuals with 3 different secrets, 3 different ways of lying, and 3 different ways of, you know, trying to push the sleuth, you know, off of the track of them figuring out their secrets. And of course, within that 3, one of them is the actual culprit. Miss Madelyn, I was not giving me none of that. She was just giving me that love triangle, and I was just like, look, you chick, babe. Yeah, so read at your own risk. But no, it actually was a cute and fun and great little cozy mystery. I actually do kind of want to read the other books in that series after reading the first 2 previously. Yeah, The Running Man by Stephen King. Yep. So just a side note, this book is going to the library donation. I'm not gonna even get into the story of that book. The point is that the series takes place in 2050 or something, 2058 in the future. Basically, there's the rich and then there's the poor. The rich set up these little reality games in which the poor can participate and earn money. The one that is the most deadliest of all is the Running Man. In the Running Man, the reality star is pitted against the entire nation. Therefore, he is an enemy of the state. Whoever can capture him or kill him gets a prize. And that book would have worked a lot better, despite the fact that it was written in 1982 or published then or sometime. That book would have worked a lot better if Stephen King was writing it not from the perspective of individuals who lived in the 1930s. Instead, he should have chose to think a little bit clearer about what would have been the proper. That's not even right. He was writing, to me, he was writing characters with a 1930s mindset as it concerns to race, instead of characters with what I would perceive would be a better mindset than the 1930s for characters who were taking place in the future of like 2050. So you're not gonna have me sympathize with your character if he's so busy pointing out, you know, N this, F this, N this, look at this N person, look at this F person, and then the other subsequent other characters are doing the exact same thing, you know, with their racial slurs and all this stuff. So just like, you know, whatever. Like, I just had like a total headache after that book. Like, I had to take at least like 7 BC powders and just take my ass to bed. Like 7 BC powders, my ass going to bed. I'm done with this.